Well, fellas, once again, it's Charles Tyler. I'm back on the channel again. I know it's been about a week or two since our last video, but I had been a very busy man, these last couple of days here, and things, have a tendency I have to catch back up. But back to the point again. Based on my last video, I put it on Facebook the other day, and got a lot of positive views. But guess what? I also got a whole lot of positive negative ones. Alright? From small-minded brothers, whose mindset is only as far as their local neighborhood store. Okay? Their world's just that small. Okay? And, a couple of brothers came at me and they told me that they called me a sellout. They called me a coon. One guy called me a coward. He called me a bitch-ass coward, for traveling to other countries and dating other black women. Even one guy just looked at my viewer here, right, and seen that there was a young lady on there, who was half black, half Indian, and oh, she's mulatto. Oh, you a sellout. Okay. Well, for one, it takes real courage to open your mind, to travel places, to get to know other cultures, okay? When you hear only in the U.S., you only know what the U.S. teaches us, okay? All right? The U.S. is not our history. Our history is over in Africa. It starts in Africa. Just the same as even in Brazil, all right? Their history starts in Africa. Because a lot of brothers keep failing to realize they're caught in the Matrix. The Matrix got them good. That the only black country outside of Africa is in the U.S. Wrong. 51%. 51% of Brazil's population is African descent. Okay? They had way more African slaves. And I said that in the last video. They had way more African slaves. Okay? On the transatlantic slave trade than the U.S. Okay? Had to go to, for one, it's a shorter distance between Africa and Brazil. Okay? Alright? Therefore, all the slaves basically transported through that, transferred through that corridor. Then up north. Okay? Through the Caribbean and eventually to the U.S. Okay? But, like I said, a lot of brothers, when they're caught in the Matrix, they can't see stuff like that. They can't stay quick to accuse me of being a sellout just for seeing other black women in other countries. Just because I don't want to date black women here in the U.S. I don't want to go through that headache. I don't want to go through that unnecessary drama, okay? And all this, like I said, the headache that comes along with them, okay? I'm not saying I hate African American women. I'm just saying that I'm at an age now where I just can't deal, okay? I'd rather go to Brazil, be treated lovely, okay? All right, be treated like a king by another black woman, except for she's not poisoned by the U.S.'s influence. Not poisoned. Check it out. One, Brazilian women, their weave, they don't have weaves. That's their real hair, okay? You know what they do with their real hair? Okay? They cut it because it's going to grow back again eventually. And guess what they do? They sell it. Who do they sell it to? The United States as a weave. The Brazilian weave. Last year, the total sales of the Brazilian weave, okay, coming out of Brazil was over 1 billion. No, I'm sorry. Check myself. $4 billion. $4 billion. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. $1 billion in weave, okay? And they say that I'm selling out. They say that I'm not being real. They say, oh, come on now. Come on, bro. Y'all can do better than that, okay? Y'all can do better than that, okay? I would rather travel 5,500 miles south of the border, all right? And maybe even one day to even set up a possible relocation altogether. Okay, hopefully within the next 2 years. Okay, live in Brazil, live in Rio de Janeiro in particular. Okay, or Sao Paulo. Okay, than deal with all the BS that goes on here in the U.S. Okay? One, I'm a warm weather person, like most black people are. Okay? Alright? This winter was a nightmare for me. Okay? Sub-zero temperatures, left and right. Polar vortex. Polar vortex. First time we ever had something like that. At least in my lifetime. Okay? I would trade a cold month in January and February for a hot, warm month in Rio de Janeiro. Okay? As opposed to being back up here in Philadelphia freezing. Okay? Now, y'all brothers, that's just one thing. The other thing is better eating. Okay? Healthier foods. Alright? You know, being down there, okay, and I've been down there 11 times since 2011, okay. I'll be headed back in September as well, and I possibly will be there for the next 3 months down there, maybe the rest of the year if I can set it up right, okay. But being down there, right, it has taught me that, one, it's good to eat right. Stop eating the red meat. Stop drinking soda. Stop drinking all the sugar. All right? Try to keep your diet towards a natural diet. Lose the weight. When I was down there, right, I lost 15 pounds, I say within a month. Okay? All right? All together for all the trips down there, I probably lost 40 pounds as I was walking a lot. Okay? Up and down the hills and everything like that. And, you know, it taught me the value of exercising. And then when I see these Brazilians, okay, like for example, I was practicing Brazilian Jiu-jitsu with one of the Brazilian senseis down there, okay. Now I'm 6'5", and about that time I was about 300 pounds, 310 pounds. This guy was tossing me around like a rag doll, okay. Not saying I can't fight, but this guy had to be about maybe 5'9", maybe 5'10", me at 5'9", 5'10", little guy, all right, to me. Tossing me around like it ain't no thing. Giving me work, okay? And I asked him at the end of the session, I said, look, I said, man, that was amazing. But can I ask you a question? How old are you? Just out of curiosity, something about it. You know, I'm thinking that maybe he might be in his mid-30s, you know, the early 40s probably, you know. You know, he turns around and tells me he's 67 years old. The same age as my father. 67 years old. Okay? That right there told me I had to get myself in shape. Alright, these Brazilians, they walking around in excellent shape. And us Americans are walking around fat as hell, high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes, you name it, we got it just about. And mainly the black man is the one getting it. Okay? Most of the African Americans that moved down there, alright, mainly they're older because they retired basically down there. They're looking younger. It's like they're aging in reverse. Okay? And they're looking better. Why? Because one, they got a good woman, Brazilian, Afro-Brazilian, okay? Or even Hispanic Brazilian, okay? It's like 31 flavors down there. You can choose your pick, okay? Two, those women know how to cook. And they know how to cook healthy. Okay? They cook, oh man, excellent dishes, okay, that won't kill us. Alright? Then, on top of that, because of the good weather, those gentlemen are out there and they're working out. Walking, jogging, walking on the beach. Throughout the whole time I was down there, every day I walked about maybe 5 miles back and forth between Copacabana and Ipanema Beach. Okay? Back and forth. With no problem. Didn't even realize I was doing it. Okay? You know, so it gives you, aside from the women, the cultural change will help you in your overall healthy life. Okay? Alright? The atmosphere and everything. I'm not saying that Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, or in Brazil in general is, you know, heaven. Okay? You know, I'm not saying that. It has its problems too. Alright? It has its racism too as well. Alright? But it's a whole lot more easy to deal with than what we deal with here in the U.S. Alright? We got our women turned against us. Okay? Hell, the #1 show in America right now for African American women is Scandal. Okay, that should tell you something. Scandal. You know, where a black woman would rather be a white man's side joint than a black man's wife. You know, it's a sad situation here. So we got us black men, we gotta go and we gotta find our options. Okay? We gotta find our options. Other options. I love black women. I am no sellout. Okay? I love black women only. But guess what? I can't deal with African American women. I can't deal. I'm going on 41 years old. Okay? I've been screwing since I was 13. Okay? Alright? That's 28 years of African American women. Alright? 28 long years of disappointment too as well. Of letdown. Alright? Of banging my head against the wall. And when I turned 35, and I finally decided to get a passport, and I finally made a bet with myself to go down here to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and find another black woman, or black women in my case, alright? There's nothing wrong with it. You're not a sellout. You're not a simp. You're not a coward. If anything, it's vice versa. Okay? To you brothers out there that called me all that, okay, I challenge you. You know, because most of y'all talk something that you know nothing about. That the Matrix tells you. If you get information about Brazil from Essence Magazine or some other woman told you about it, African American woman at that, alright, they're cheating you. And you're cheating yourself. Okay? I challenge you. Go get a passport. Grab an airline ticket. Go to Brazil. If you need information, you can find it right here on my channel. And or friend me on Facebook, and I will gladly give you all the information. Cheap airline tickets, cheap room rental or apartment rental. Okay? We can do business with Mr. John over at rentsforless.com. Okay? We can do all that. I challenge you. Find out the information. Don't be like a bitch. Don't assume. No. I've been there 11 times. I know. Each time I stayed, I didn't stay about 5 days. I stayed the minimum 14 days, the maximum 4 months. Okay? So if you stay down there that long, okay, you get to know how things work. Don't go by assumptions. Find out for you. Now find out on your own. And don't accuse somebody who's been there, who understands how the culture works, and is learning even more every day, okay? Don't accuse that person, calling him a sellout, because you are so small-minded that you can't understand, that you don't have enough heart. You call me a coward, but you don't have enough heart to leave the United States, okay, and learn another culture. Learn your Brazilian sisters and brothers down there, okay? Learn what they all about. Okay? They are more closer and connected to Africa than we are. Okay? And the way things are going will ever be. Okay? Don't go and accuse me, because I'm just a messenger. And I'm bringing out a positive message to brothers. But I'm particularly brothers who want to get to know another lifestyle, and eventually in the process of doing that, finding love. Finding nice ladies. Okay? They're all not prostitutes. Okay? That's down there, yes. But they're all not prostitutes. They're all fine women, women of class, women of culture. Alright? And guess what? They won't give you too much of hell like American women do. They won't play mind games like American women do. Alright? It's either they want you or they don't. Okay? And they'll let you know that from day one. So you won't waste time or money. Okay? And chances are, I've seen a lot of low brothers get some of the finest women. Okay? Me myself, I ain't the greatest looking guy in the world either. Alright? But I've had relations with some of the most finest women I ever met in my life. Black women. Down there in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Okay? So I challenge you. Don't assume. I challenge you. Get your passport. Get your airline tickets. If you need any help getting it, just ask me. I'll let you know. My door is wide open. I want more brothers, all right, to break. This is the answer to the frustrated black man, all right? This is the answer to the frustrated black man. Take it from me, all right? A lot of brothers can't be wrong, all right? And I know I'm not wrong, okay? We all speaking the same language, all right? We want a fine woman, okay? In my case, I'm at an age now where it's time for me to be with just one woman, all right? But I'm not going to be with a woman that's going to give me hell, all right? I'm not going to be with a woman that's going to slap me with child support, all right? My ex-wife is not even American, okay? She's Jamaican. I got 2 kids. Guess what? No child support. Why? Because my ex-wife know I take care of business, all right? And she don't want to get mixed up in that bullshit that American women have always a tendency to run to, where they will run to their white daddy to make the black man pay up the money, okay? We don't need that, okay? Brothers, just do it. Just try it. Don't knock it until you try it. And don't shoot the messenger in the process. Get that passport, get that airline ticket, and make that move. I challenge you. And if you decide that you want to be a simp and a coward, all right, then be a quiet simp and a coward and let the real men do what we got to do, okay? This is Charles Tyler again. We're going to be popping some more videos. This is not the end. This is probably, I'm going to be rocking a lot of videos this week, all right? And I'm glad you took the time out to listen to me. Please subscribe to the channel below. Thanks a lot, brothers.